The end of 2024 is just around the corner, so there's nothing left for me but to sum up my running shoe tests from this year. In today's video, I'll present my top 3 favorite running shoes of the year, but in addition to that, I'll also hand out a few special awards in various categories, both for specific models and companies. There's a quite bit to cover, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay. Maybe there's going to be a little delay. If you're here for the first time, hi, I'm Michał, an amateur runner who's deeply into the topic of running shoes. If this topic resonates with you, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. In this year alone, I tested 24 models and I think not many creators have come close to that number. So if you're looking for running shoe reviews, there's a good chance you'll find them here. Well, maybe not a great chance, but definitely better. In today's material, you'll learn about my top 3 shoes of the year without dividing them into categories. Just 3 models that brought me the most joy and in which I enjoyed running the most. If you're specifically interested in rankings of daily trainers or tempo shoes, you'll find tier lists of those categories soon on my channel. In third place in my personal ranking is a big surprise, especially for me, Nike Zoom Fly 6. Previous versions were rather meh, so I didn't have high expectations for the 6s, but it turned out that Nike released such a banger, it's mind-blowing. Fantastic shoes for fast running, but at the same time versatile enough to do pretty much everything in them. The ZoomX foam midsole is very comfortable yet very responsive. Add to that the above average grip and the decent price for this type of shoe. My only complaint is about the so-so stability, but that doesn't change the fact that the Nike Zoom Fly 6 has overtaken even the Saucony Endorphin Speed in my tempo shoe ranking, which for most of the year was a strong contender for the shoe of the year. Before we move on to the second place, it's time for a special award for the company taking the biggest risks. This year, in my opinion, that award goes to Puma. Their approach to new technologies brought us a weirdo like the Puma Fast RB this year, but in my opinion, it's great that as a big player on the market, they are experimenting with innovations. Are they good shoes? Opinions are divided here. Are they legal for competitions? Not really. But they show a certain direction running shoes might take in the future. Now, second place on my list, time for daily trainers that made the biggest impression on me this year, and they are the Hoka Mach 6. I was debating until the end whether it should be the Max or maybe the Asics Nova Blast, but I ultimately went with the Hokas. These are great all-round daily trainers that work well for both easier runs and faster running. The fit of these shoes is for me perfect. The sole is maybe a bit on the firmer side but still comfortable. The grip is also excellent for me. They're perfect daily training shoes. The only use case where I'd think about other shoes is for long runs over 20 kilometers. Another special award is for the company that made the most progress, and here the award definitely goes to Brooks. Until now, Brooks has mainly been associated in my mind with safe choices and dad shoes. You know, the kind of shoes your dad or grandpa is most likely running in. And this year, what a twist, Brooks has made a big leap in design, and while flagship models like the Ghost still look the way they do, the Hyperion series is now really stylish and most importantly very good shoes. Especially the Hyperion Max 2 impressed me, and I can't forget the Glycerin Max. New foam and very bold design, it's something we haven't seen from Brooks in years. Before I get to my favorite shoe of 2024, here are a few models I also remember fondly but didn't make it into my top 3. Adidas Adizero SL2, Asics Nova Blast 5, Brooks Hyperion Max 2, Diadora Gara Carbon, New Balance Rebel V4, and Saucony Endorphin Speed 4. And the first place is probably no surprise, Asics Superblast 2. For me this year it's the Superblast 2 and then a long gap. If I had to pick one pair of shoes to stick with and do everything in, I'd choose these without hesitation. They're phenomenal for long runs, both the easy ones and especially the progressive ones, where the pace gets faster the farther you go. They are excellent for regular daily runs, they are at least good for speed sessions. Everything about them just works for me. The FF Blast Turbo foam is soft but not overly so. The outsole rubber provides a decent grip, the upper is very comfortable. I ran the Berlin Marathon in these shoes, improved my personal best by 15 minutes, and after the race my feet were in surprisingly good condition. Incredible stuff. The only downside is of course the price, but considering what you get in return and the relatively high durability of the shoe, it's not a disaster, and it's not likely to get significantly cheaper since this model rarely goes on sale, if it's even available, because that can be an issue too. Before I wrap up this video, I have two more awards to hand out. The first is an award for a model that, in my opinion, offers a very high value for money. This probably won't be a big surprise: Adidas Adizero SL2. These are some of my favorite trainers of the year and also probably among the cheapest looking at official prices. At their price, there's hardly any competition that can come close to this shoe. We have here a versatile trainer that incorporates elements from much more expensive shoes, like a bit of Lightstrike Pro foam, and you can definitely feel those elements. And the second and the final award is for the company, the MVP of the year, so the company that released the most high quality offerings throughout the year. And this year, in my opinion, that company is ASICS. In almost every segment, ASICS had at least very good shoes in its lineup. Great racing shoes, Metaspeed Sky Paris, great super trainers, Super Blast 2, great daily trainers, Novoblast 5, great stability trainers, Kayano 31, and great shoes for easy runs, Nimbus 26. Oh, and Magic Speed 4 for faster training. This lineup has no weak spots. And that's it. It's been a very strong year for me in terms of testing shoes. I tested 24 models, some very good, some so-so, but I definitely learned a lot from these tests, and in 2025 I will be richer for these experiences and will be able to share my insights better than before. What does your top running shoe list look like this year? Let me know in the comments. I'd also love to hear what you think about my list and awards. Do you agree, or do you think I'm talking nonsense? If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. I encourage you to subscribe, like and comment on this video. Also, check out my Instagram and TikTok, and I will see you in the next video.